ay sa Bureau of Quarantine kasi nag-issue kayo ng high alert eh. Eh, sinasabi ni Congressman Acop during that time, kapag high alert, meron silang pinagbabasihan. Yung representative mo na pinadala dito, the last time, ang sabi niyang basis niya, hindi yung mga merong flirt virus, kundi yung sinabi ng WHO. Doon siya nag-rely. So, tell us, yung ba ang naging basis niyo to issue a high alert situation on flirt virus?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Actually, our basis in issuing that advisory, the heightened alert, this advisory was really intended for our station chief and the frontliners of the Bureau of Quarantine. And it was based mainly on the news of the increased cases internationally, especially Singapore. They reported about 25,000 new cases of the new variant of COVID. This was based on our international surveillance section in the Bureau of Quarantine. So the data came from that section. So aside from the 25,000 reported new cases in Singapore, we are receiving about more than 17 flights a day from Singapore, and about 4,000 to 5,000 travelers from Singapore entering the Philippines daily. So that made us issue that advisory just to alert our station chief and our yung ating manpower sa ating frontliners. Just to enhance and strengthen.
So yun ang naging basis ninyo, yung mga cases
Yes.
outside our country. Since kayo is a Bureau of Quarantine,
Yeah.
yung pagpasok dito ng mga tao natin, so you issued a high alert situation where it created some fear among our countrymen. Di ba? Nag-create to eh. Correct? And that's the reason why we ask, no, not me, but Congressman Acop asked you, your representative, what is the basis of the high alert? And it is all based on what is happening outside our country. Okay,
You're
now I
correct.
got it. Congressman Acop, please.
May I ask the Bureau of Quarantine representative, ang basis po ninyo is because of the number of affected personnel in the country, Singapore? Yes. Tama po ba? I've been there. I arrived from Singapore last Saturday. Wala naman ako nababasang ganun eh. Doon. Walang bulletin lahat doon. Namasyal kami doon sa napakalaki nilang airport. Walang sinasabi. People were not wearing masks. Some people were because voluntary yung kanila. There was no sign of any alert in Singapore. Pero tayo, may alert tayo, heightened alert.
Now, before you answer do sa query ni Congressman, I would like to substantiate his experience in Singapore as well. Because prior to his departure to Singapore, I was in Singapore. And I even called Congressman Acop when I was in Singapore. So, prior to his departure to Singapore, he told me that he's going to Singapore. Now, ngayon lang, ngayon ko lang na-realize that nung pumunta kami doon, talagang walang notice of anything, walang mga face mask, pagpasok mo doon, ang bilis, paglabas mo doon, ganun din, and even the people who are roaming around, talagang makikita mo that there was no panic or fear or anything about what we have issued high alert situation of this country. Sige, Congressman Acop.
Kaya ako po tinatanong yung representative nyo nung last hearing. Kasi I do not know what the people or what you want the people do or follow during a heightened alert. Yun po yung gusto kong malaman. Ano ba dapat ang gusto nyo mangyari sa mga tao during a heightened alert? When you declare a heightened alert?
Actually, as I mentioned earlier, sir, the intention of that advisory is for our people sa frontliners and our chief at the stations just to enhance their yung screening nila sa mga borders po natin, just to heighten and enhance their screening process, just to be strict in reviewing yung e-travel, yung health declaration checklist that is found in the e-travel portal, and the usual thermal scanning at the borders. Although this virus is considered mild, low ang kanyang virulence, it could create havoc sa ating mga immunocompromised people, yung mga may sakit. This can cause severe infection and even death for immunocompromised people.
Could you not have done it otherwise so that it would not have caused some sort of a little panic on the part of the populace? Kasi intended for your frontliners, sabi po ninyo eh.
Yes.
But it has affected the citizens of this country.
It was not intended na mag-leak po sa media, but it happened.
Kaya ngayon nga ang tanong ko eh, what do you expect of us, the citizens, to do during a declaration of a heightened alert? Yun po yung gusto kong malaman. Di po ba?
Please reply, quarantine. Go ahead.
It was stated in that advisory that they should, what they learned during the past pandemic, that they had to, the usual, in protecting themselves, like frequent hand washing, using masks if they think they are exposed or they are somebody or infected or they are in a crowded place where it's not safe, especially for travelers if they are visiting that country where there are increased incidence of that new COVID variant.
Kasi, alam po ninyo, there are 40,000 foreign visitors in Singapore every day. Pero sa nakikita ko doon, normal na normal yung takbo ng buhay nila habang sinasabi po ninyo na 25,000 plus ang naapektuhan ng virus na ito. Tayo, wala pang ang report na 100 na nagkukuan, heightened alert kagad tayo. I just do not know. Kaya tinatanong ko yung basis po ninyo pag dideklara ng heightened alert. Kasi sa militar, pag nag-declare kami ng red alert, may basis. Yun po yung amin. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we'll be asking as well yung other PSA, can you kindly tell us doon sa mga series of hearings natin, you mentioned yung increase ng excess deaths, di ba? So suddenly in the last hearing you mentioned that there was a reduction, no? Nung excess deaths on the totality nung deaths sa atin, no? So can you kindly give us an update?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Based dun sa past 5 years, sir, we have to update the official data. We have the published na official data, which is a cut-off. And we included those late submission. Kaya medyo may effect siya, bumaba siya yung average na updated counts ng excess deaths to 293,000. Kasi yung average ng 5 years, tumaas, sir. May konti na nadagdag na mga deaths.
So from 297,000 excess deaths,
Yes,
yung totality ng average ng 5 years
Yes.
is now 292,000.
293 na po yung
293.
excess deaths. Excess deaths, sir. From the updated counts na 885,000 deaths, 876 in 2021.
Yes, but in comparison to the previous years, prior to that 5 years period, hindi ganoon yung ating excess deaths.
Yes, sir, because
Yes.
as I've mentioned, may cut-off period
Yes,
to the
correct.
official.
So yung 5 years prior to the 5 years that you are mentioning right now, the 292,000, there was an increase of how many percent on the excess deaths? Normally, yung nakaraang 5 taon, prior to these 5 years that you are telling us, na 297,000, na ngayon 292,000, how many percent ang tinaas ng excess deaths natin doon sa period ng 5 years na yan?
Ilang percent? We'll compute the percentage, Mr. Chair, but the total deaths, no, based dun sa 2021 na published is only 879,429. But the updated data, based dun sa mga late submissions pa on the occurrence of that event for 2021 is 885,876. And as I've mentioned, yung
So,
average...
hindi mo alam yung percentage.
Oo. Ilan ba? Yun ang compute mo.
Okay, so
Sandali, sir.
we're wrapping up. So 5 minutes more and then we're done. So how many percent?
Ito na lang.
Okay, so any other resource speakers who wanted to speak? Kasi marami kayong mga nakikita namin mga pictures na to eh. Ito ba yung mga naging ano? You want to speak? Who want to speak? Wala na po. So kung wala na po, PSA, last word, how many? How many percent? Kasi ang estimate ng napag-usapan dito that was established was 43% ang increase niya doon sa last 5 years prior to the COVID pandemic. Ma'am, kung wala po kayo dyan, sabihin nyo na lang po, okay naman po kami. Submit nyo na lang po sa amin. Wala po kayo dyan. Acting kayo ng acting na may tinitignan kayo. Wala naman po kayo tinitignan ata eh. Pero po ba?
The updated data. We have here...
Submit nyo na lang. Okay. So, with that, siguro po, kung wala na pong magsasalita, we will be scheduling another hearing for this. Alas 9 pa po kami nag-hearing. And Congressman Paduano, Congressman Acop are all tired. And so, we will be having a motion to have a suspension.
To suspend the hearing.
So there's a motion to suspend this hearing. Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none. This committee hearing is now suspended.